Welcome to Northwest Profiles, a look at people, places, and events of interest in the inland Northwest.
It's morning at R.A. Aloha Farms, just north of Spokane, Washington. Aloha is just one of many farms in the Northwest that breed the Arabian horse, revered throughout the world for its beauty, endurance, and price tag. The Arabian is the oldest of the horse breeds. The desert Bedouins treasured their Arabians as their own flesh and blood. Legend tells how God fashioned the desert wind into a creature who shall fly without wings. Stallions were handed down from father to son as a precious heritage. This jealous and conservative breeding has evolved a horse with an intense affection and loyalty to their owners, a quality that lives on today. The state of Washington is the Northwest hotbed for Arabians. Washington ranks third in the nation, behind California and Texas. Aloha is one of the larger farms in our region, covering some 60 acres. Most farms are smaller, family-owned and run like Doral Arabians, which we'll visit later. The breeding process is just one aspect of running a profitable horse farm. Some horses are entered into competitions. The success of these shows means notoriety for the farm, with the possibility of increasing the horse's value. Shannon Keaton, Aloha's breeding manager, is in charge of the brood mares, or her girls as she calls them. These are the baby makers. Their sole job is to produce a foal, one each year.
She's supposedly my next brood mare who's gonna foal. She doesn't look like she's close to me. She's due April 16th.
Her job is to evaluate each mare for signs of ovulation. Each day, Shannon takes her mares through a process called teasing. As a stallion is led into the stall, Shannon observes the mare for signs of being in heat.
Not at all. This mare has shown definite signs of heat even before she hits the teasing rack, so we don't even have to tease her. I've known her long enough to know that when she's in heat, she chatters. Her mouth moves around and around. So we don't even have to tease her. This is a mare that we've bred 2 times by artificial insemination with transported semen. So what we're going to do now is the vet's here, and he's going to palpate her to see if she's ovulated yet.
Her uterus is real soft, and her cervix is so
Dr.
soft
Forrest
today,
Franklin of the Edgecliff Equine Hospital confirms Shannon's observations.
She's ready to breed this morning. Oh, now she's getting a follicle on this other ovary now. So this mare might be in heat for a while.
Sue? Hi, this is Shannon at Aloha. How are you? Good.
Today, breeding is not done the old-fashioned way. Science has entered the ring of procreation through the process of artificial insemination. A stallion's semen can now be transported anywhere in the world and injected into the mare.
I need it for tomorrow morning.
The benefits of semen transportation are many. For one thing, it eliminates the cost of transporting the horse, reducing the chance of injury. As a result, farms can now maintain a fewer number of stallions.
You don't have to have a stallion standing at your farm. Some people do, some people don't. Because with this transported semen, I have access to any stallion in the country.
Advertising through magazines and video play a major role in choosing which stallion will be bred with which mare. Stud fees can reach into the thousands, so great care and investigation is required before any final decisions are made.
You know, we want highly visible stallions because promotions, the promotion of the stallion definitely helps. You know, when the baby comes, then the people know who he's by and hopefully what mare he's out of and what has been done in the past and so forth, and that helps with his credibility from the time he's born. But still, I never ever breed to a stallion I haven't seen.
Showing horses has become an essential part of running a successful breeding program. This 3-year-old filly will be competing soon in the halter class. The halter class is considered the beauty pageant for horses. Its purpose is to judge the horse's appearance and bloodline. It's a forum where not only the pedigree of the horse is judged, but also the farm that has trained it.
You can, if you look at her now, you know enough now that you should be able to start judging these horses. She's got nice size, nice long legs. She has beautiful head, absolutely beautiful head, real dishy faced. Nice small muzzle, big eyes, wide set, nice jibba. Her ears are nice. They're set nicely on her head and they're nice shape. She has a nice short back, nice flat croup, tail set's good. And see how now that's an acceptable stance in halter if the judge were looking at this mare. And see the picture he's trying to present from head to tail. And she's looking pretty good.
I wouldn't change my job for anything. I get the fun part with the horse. I get to love on them and give them carrots and spoil them rotten, and then I get the mentally challenging part of the scientific aspect of breeding and artificial insemination. So I really have the best of both worlds.
Doral Farms, located in the Spokane Valley, is owned and operated by Don and Julie Doral.
I think we're probably typical of the Arabian people in that the horses are part of our family. There are a few organizations where the people don't have close contact with their horses. I think that's just a few.
Unlike Aloha's horses, all of Doral's horses are broke and able to be ridden, even though their main purpose might be for breeding.
But when we don't breed them, we keep them busy. All of our mares are broke to ride, every one of them. We can saddle up any one of these mares and take them in the mountains. These horses aren't sissy horses. They're tough. They have lots of endurance.
Tricia Bendix has been helping out on the Doral farm since high school. Now in college, she competes in the Western Pleasure class. This Arabian has been gilded and cannot reproduce. Gildings show and compete merely to promote their beauty and intelligence.
Now what she was just doing was a lope, and then she came down from the lope into the walk. And each time you change, it's called a transition. When you go from one gait to another, the horse's head is always supposed to stay in that same spot. It isn't supposed to bob up in the air or drop down to its knees. That head should stay nice and steady. This is called a jog trot in Western Pleasure. And the judge is just looking for a nice, easy, totally relaxed gait that you could just sit on and go cross country and be totally comfortable. Now he's tripping a little bit out here in this field because the ground is very uneven. Ordinarily, if she was working him to get ready for a show, she would do so inside in the arena. The footing there is much smoother. Now she just asked him to go from the jog trot into the lope. And this lope in Western Pleasure, again, it's supposed to be so nice and relaxed. It's supposed to look very easy and calm, like you could do it all day long and it wouldn't stress you or the horse.
The care and love for these horses has no boundary. No matter what size the farm may be, for Julie Doral, selling a horse can be like losing part of her family.
I guess when you know that you are going to sell one, you start kind of distancing yourself from a foal when you know it's going to be sold, or from a mare. We do sell adult horses. We sell geldings and mares, and it isn't easy. It will never be easy, and there's tears every time a horse goes down the road. When you look at an Arabian horse, it should almost give you chills. They have so much expression and so much life in their body, and yet they're so gentle too. Hopefully she will eventually be a broodmare, because that's the bottom line. You want your fillies to grow up to be mares who will produce better than they are. That's what we're all trying to do, is to produce a next generation better than the one we have now.
I will not change my horse with any that treads. He bounds from the earth. When I bestride him, I soar. I am a hawk. He trots the air. The earth sings when he touches it. The basest horn of his hoof is more musical than the pipe of Hermes. He is of the color of the nutmeg, and of the heat of the ginger. He is pure air and fire, and the dull elements of earth and water never appear in him, but only in patient stillness while his rider mounts him. His neigh is like the bidding of a monarch, and his countenance enforces homage.
If you have a topic for Northwest Profiles, send it to KSPS TV, 3911 South Regal, Spokane, Washington, 99223. Northwest Profiles is a presentation of KSPS Public Television.